All right. I'm just jumping on real quick and let me turn this down. I'm trying to cool off my car because it's getting kind of hot. I think it's like almost 80 degrees here. And I want to talk briefly to the ladies, and I'm gonna preface this video by saying if it don't apply, let it fly. Okay, because it may not apply to a lot of people on my channel or my platform. All right. Please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Let me just fix my camera because I'm about to jump on the highway. Please like this video. Please share this video and consider subscribing. Okay. If you'd like to work together one-on-one, I do offer coaching. I'm a licensed therapist here in the state of Virginia, but I do offer coaching everywhere and anywhere people reside. And you can find that information down below at the Pillar link. So my Pillar link is the way you're going to connect with me. You have all of my products there, my services there, coaching sessions. Everything you need is down in the description box below. And it's at that first link, which is my Pillar link. So let's jump in. I'm having this conversation with women, and I am going to be very specific and have this conversation with Black women, because I've had lots of conversations recently with Black men, and they have been telling me some of the craziest stories. And as a woman myself, as a Black woman myself, I don't want to believe that this is how we are doing. I don't want to believe it, and yet, because I know these men and trust these men, I know it's true. We have got to look in the mirror. We've got to do better. So I don't know what the Black women are on, but we have got to do better. So, and again, if it don't apply to you, just let it roll on by. It ain't for you, okay? But hopefully this message will hit somebody's ears that need it. They see themselves in it and they need it, and you're not so defensive that you can't accept the message. So I'm going to tell a story about a recent consult that I had where a gentleman talked about meeting a young lady at a Super Bowl party, and they found each other interesting, and he had to leave that party and wound up going to the gas station. She was leaving too. And they went to the gas station, and he's interested in pursuing this young lady. And so I assume they exchange information, but he's like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm headed to the gas station. Oh, okay, me too. They get to the gas station, and the young lady asks him for gas money. Really? Now, this is a huge red flag. We could even call it a ish test, right? Because we as women, we do ish tests, right? It is natural. It is normal. There's nothing toxic about it. Men do ish tests. And there's nothing unnatural or unnormal about it. Like, don't start going saying, oh, only toxic men do that. No, all men do that. Good men do it. Christian men do it. Narcissistic, all men ish test, okay? And all women ish test, especially if they are feminine. They need to know who they're dealing with. They need to know what the boundaries are with this person. So they're going to test those boundaries. And the fact that this young lady did it so quickly that she would ask for money for gas. So in my opinion, this is over. We're done. I don't have anything else for you. But this makes the gentleman very uncomfortable. He says, I didn't feel comfortable giving her money, but I did put $30 worth of gas in her tank. And, I pumped her gas, and he bet it in me. Because if I was him, I would have said, look, I do not feel comfortable with you asking me for money. Like, we don't even really know each other. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And then I would have never called her again. She would have never heard from me again. Because in my mind, that level of entitlement straight out the gate is not good. Okay? Not good. But they go on other dates, and, some other things go off the rails, and then he realizes, okay, not her. But really, Trust your instinct. Trust your gut, because that first interaction, that was the only interaction you need. That told you everything you needed to know right there. That this woman would be entitled and bold enough to ask you for money for gas. That's an absolute no-no. And so, just like I tell men that if they're not in a good position in their life to be out here dating and mating and trying to entertain people, they need to focus on themselves. The last thing they need to do is be on a dating app and be going out with women and trying to meet somebody. Focus on yourself. Get yourself together. Get your life in order. Why would you want to bring someone into your life and it's full of chaos? That is extremely selfish. Extremely selfish. I remember the year after the pandemic, so pandemic got going in 2020. There was a gentleman who called himself trying to talk to me in 2021. Come to find out, this man had gotten COVID. He almost died of COVID. He went into the hospital, was there for 4 months, lost his job, lost his apartment, lost everything over COVID. And here he is trying to get his life back together. Oh, I'm staying at the Salvation Army. Oh, I'm taking the bus and I've got another job and I'm trying to get back on my feet. I'm thinking to myself, then what are you doing trying to talk to me? Why would you want, that's so selfish. Why would you want to bring someone, a woman, into your chaotic situation, unstable situation? It's so selfish. No, thank you. And look what he said. Well, I just know that if I had a good woman by my side, I could get back on track. Boo, no, you really can't. No, you really can't. You need to have a level of consistency and stability and security all on your own, especially a man. And how y'all feel about that is how you feel about it. A man especially needs to have a level of safety and security and stability. How he gonna take on a wife, take on a woman, and his life is in shambles? But anyway, I also believe that is true for women. Okay, that is true for women. A woman should not be without a job. A woman should not be without a place to live. A woman should not have a bunch of kids by a bunch of different men who are all crazy or doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and she got to take them to court and she got to get this and that. No. If a woman's life is chaotic and unstable, she don't have no business being out here. Because the truth is, she's not looking for love, she's looking for help. And that's a problem. So I would tell a woman the same thing. If her life is in shambles, I would say, honey, focus on yourself. Stop looking for a man. Stop looking for a come up in a man. Focus on yourself. Get your life together and focus on yourself. Okay? And be able to stand on your own too. And again, yes, if you come together with a good man and he's got his head on straight and he's about something, together, you all will exponentially multiply what it is you can do. But one person barely dragging along and then the other person got their ish together, no, you're going to weigh that person down. You're not bringing anything that's stable or secure to the situation. You come and you come to take. Like, let's just say what it is. You're here to take, not to give. And I keep telling people that. When will y'all realize that wanting a relationship, wanting to be married is about giving, not taking? I want to be married because I have so much to give to an excellent, healthy, emotionally available masculine man. I have so much to give. My cup runneth over with things that I could bring to that man's life. Wouldn't it be amazing if everybody thought that way? I'm looking to come together with another person to give, to be an asset to them, to bring value to their life. Wouldn't that be a beautiful world? Unfortunately, that is not what is happening. 98% of people seeking out relationships, situationships, friends with benefits or whatever, y'all are looking to take. You're looking for what you can get. And I'm just going to speak to the stories that I've heard recently, okay? And again, if it ain't you, you don't need to get upset. You don't need to get triggered. You don't need to be defensive. Oh, that's definitely not me. That's it. That's definitely not me. I can stand on my own too. I have my own this. I have my own that. Okay, that's all you gotta say. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the women, and specifically the black women, because I've been talking to a lot of black men in the last week, and their complaints are very similar. So that's how I know there's some truth in that. Like all these different black men that don't know each other, and they're all talking about the same thing. It's some truth in that. I couldn't help but believe, yeah, there's some truth in this. There's some truth in this. These brothers don't know each other. They live all over the country. One of them lives over in England. They're all telling me the same thing. What's up with black women? Do they want love or do they want help? Do they want a genuine connection or do they want to be entertained? Do they want something real or do they want to be impressed? I need y'all to think about that. So one of those gentlemen, he talked about when we met and we went on dates. Now, we're not romantic. We're just friends. We wound up developing a really great friendship. And now he's in a relationship with someone else. But he said, yeah, like some of the things that we did in my mind, I was like, I've never done this with a black woman before. Like I've never gone on a hike. I've never, ate at a little hole in the wall restaurant and then walked to the museum together. I've never sat outside the ice cream shop and had ice cream until 12:30 at night. Right? He's telling me like, yeah, like it's so refreshing. Like all of these things that you and I did that I did not expect a black woman to do. And there was never any pressure. Like there were times where I would take you to a restaurant or to some place. But there were times where we would just, hang out. We would just, walk in the park or, do stuff that didn't cost anything. And he was like, that's what sold me. That, okay, this person genuinely wants to try to get to know me. Like this person genuinely wants to see if there's a connection. Now that did not work out because there were some values that were misaligned. One of them being faith. And he actually wound up asking me, like, you're not one of those religious holy rollers, are you? And I was like, well, I do rock with Jesus like that. Like, well, why? I be rocking with Jesus like that. And he's like, yeah, no, that's not my thing. I'm not looking for someone that's, super into Christianity or super into, so that was a huge, like, I love you to death, but you can't be my man. Right? You can't be my man. You can't lead me if God is not leading you. If God and Jesus is not leading you, you can't lead me. So that was a big reason why we were like, no, our values don't align. And we wound up being good friends because I can respect just about anybody who believes just about anything. I'm high in openness, but we cannot be in a romantic relationship. That's a deal breaker for me. Unfortunately, that was a deal breaker. But yeah, he was like, yeah. You're a person that, I've gone on the coffee date. I've gone on the walk in the park. I've met up at the outdoor mall and, and in my mind, we have to be honest with ourselves and ask ourselves, what do we genuinely want? What will genuinely make us happy? And here's what I'm going to share with you. What genuinely will make Anita happy is a man who sees me, a man who hears me, a man who's emotionally available, a man who is safe and secure, a man who is consistent, a man who can hold space for me and my feelings and can cherish my feelings, a man who is honest, a man who has intellect, a man who is fun and funny and adventurous. Like when I think about the things that would make for a good life partner for me, a good husband for me, what restaurant he takes me to, how much money he spends, how exciting it is, or how Instagram post worthy it is. Like none of those things factor in at all. Here's the other thing I'm going to tell you. So that friend, I remember telling him, I said, excuse me, I said, it's interesting because, I get pushback from women who are coming from the femininity community, and that femininity community is teaching them, don't date broke men, make sure a man spends money on you, and you're of high worth and high value, girl, and, you deserve the world and all of this. So they're feeding them that, kind of like Red Pill is feeding the men some crap. And when a woman is leading with that energy, right? That energy of he got to have this and he got to do this and he got to work here and he got to take me here and this got to be like this. Like you shoot yourself in the foot doing that. You really do. Number one, Anita has never dated a broke man. Never. I've never, ever dated a broke man. Dated a man who wasn't had some level of ambition, some level of good work ethic. Never. The man that I was married to is a multi-millionaire. Okay? Multi-millionaire. And was taken care of quite well by him when I was married to him and stayed at home with my children, didn't work. And what I find so interesting is I often tell women, in my mind, the women who don't lead with that type of energy, those are the women who win it all. Like when you don't lead with that, what can you do for me? And what do you got? And I need you to entertain me. And I need to be impressed by you and whatever it is you're doing. When you don't lead with that energy, you get it all. You get a generous man. Now, trust me, I will notice if a man lacks generosity, because it's not about a dollar amount. Y'all keep talking about a dollar amount and he got to make this much or that much or blah, blah, blah. It's just about being generous. But because I don't lead with that energy, I kid y'all not, I've never dated a broke man. I've been given some of the most lavish gifts I've ever had in my life. And that has never been an issue. It has never been an issue for me as far as, he's not generous. He's not giving. He's broke. And I've never taken care of a man. And if I'm being honest, somebody's watching this and you've taken care of a man. You've let a man live with you. I've never let a man live. A man has never in my life moved into my place. Never in 56 years. I lived with two men. One of them was my husband. The other one, that happened when I was young and dumb. And both of the times it was, yeah, you coming here. You coming here. Or we getting this together, or I'm buying this and I'm putting you in it. I've never had a man come live with me. Ever. Ever. Okay? I lived with my daddy, a place that he owned. I lived with that first guy, a place that he owned, that he had, and was like, yeah, you coming here. And then I got married, moved in with my husband into his place, and then we got a home together. So let's not get all high and mighty, because there's plenty of women that I've worked with, plenty of women in the comments. You've let a few men live with you now. And some of those men, they lost their job, or they was working on a business, or this or that. That basically is code for you taking care of a grown man. I don't even take care of my son like talking about. My son is 21. No. But we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to stand on our own too. We got money for nails. We got money for hair. We got money for braids. We got money for tattoos. We got money for lashes. And we ain't got $30 for gas. No. And if you a man watching this, that's a hard no. If a woman asks you for money, let's go here. They had that video out about I'm thinking, God darn, these women are finessing. That woman come asking the man for $250 for the babysitter. Really? $250 for the babysitter? Well, I got 3 kids and you said you wanted to take me out and a part of that is paying for my... No, it is not. Let me end that discussion right now by telling you men, you are not to pay for no babysitter. That is a part of the expense that she will incur in order to get to know you. You will be a gentleman. You will pull out chairs and open doors. You will pick up the tab of that date. You may bring flowers if you're old school, but at no point should you be paying no $250 for no babysitter. Like, she made them kids with some other man, and if she want to go out with you and get to know you and see if y'all are a good fit, that's an expense she's going to have to incur. Me personally, I had a mama, I had some aunties, I had some good girlfriends, I had people that could watch my kids. Even when I didn't, I got 3 kids and I ain't never paid no $250 for the night. Now, I don't know if it was like overnight. I don't know what it was insane. I never paid no $250 in all of my life for no babysitter. So when I tell you, fellas, these women out here trying to finesse you. And I'm trying to figure out what is going on with black women. Why is it us? Why are we that wounded? Are we that wounded that now whoever got over on us before, now we got to try to get over on the next man? That's what it's feeling like. It's feeling like my last guy used and abused me, took advantage of me financially. Oh, never again, girl. Never again. So now you got to try to finesse every guy after him. No, baby, that's not how it works. Sit down somewhere and heal your soul. Heal your heart. And stand on your own too. Get some boundaries. Get some boundaries, because like I said, in all of 56 years, I ain't never had no man move into my place. That's never going to happen and never will. Ain't never going to happen. Anita will die alone, laid to rest next to all my pets before I let that happen. That's not going to happen. I'm not taking care of no man. I don't give men money. Sorry, I have very good boundaries around money. You better come here whole. And look, I'm on a debt reduction plan right now. So even now, my Prince Charming could come along tomorrow. And I'm like, well, let me tell you what I got going on. I'm going to work on this. And once this is cleared up, let's do it. Like, even I am not going to let somebody incur and take on my debt. I'm going to handle my business. I'm going to make sure I come to that man with my business in order. Okay? I'm not looking to a man for a come up. Even when I was with my husband who took care of me, it was not, that wasn't my motivation at all. And that's exactly why I got the royal treatment. Because he was like, oh my gosh, this woman is not trying to come up on me, and she's actually trying to, she's actually trying to give and help me and be here for me. And wow, she actually wants to bring value. Oh my gosh, I'm going to give her the world. That's how that works. But when you step to a man with your hand out, and I'm the first time, hey, can I get some gas? I can't even force my lips to say that to a stranger. And look, y'all, I will lay down in this street right now and die before I ever be standing on one of these corners right here begging for I have too much pride. I have too much pride. So you know what? If anything, I applaud you ladies, because y'all have no pride. You have no pride or dignity to just ask a stranger for money. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can ask my husband. Now let me tell you who I can ask for money all day long. My husband. I can ask my husband. I can, because in my mind, what's mine is his, and what's his is mine. I have no problem asking my husband, hey, can you pay this? Can you do this? Can I have this? No problem at all. He is I and I is he. But y'all meeting men and straight off rip asking for money. I told the guy, I said, nope, that was a red flag right there. You should have never reached out to her. Well, she was my type. She was the light-skinned, pretty-eyed type. And that's why she doing that. You should have taught her a hard lesson. The second she asked you for money, you should have known and never reached out to her again. No, but the Jezebel spirit is running wild. The Jezebel spirit is running wild amongst black women. Like, the entitlement is real. And it's like, what's the goal? Like, I be asking black women, what is the goal? And it's like, this is what be blowing my mind, y'all. So it's like 2 camps. It's 2 camps, and then it's a tiny third camp. That tiny third camp is like what, 10%, maybe 15%. But then it's the other two camps. So you got the one camp of woman that has no boundaries, no standards. Like, she'll let a man do her any kind of way. She'll let a man move in with her. Like, no boundaries, no standards. She's just right to be taken advantage of. Then you got the other camp that's looking to take advantage of people. Like, yeah, I'm moving in with you. Yeah, you paying all my bills. Yeah, you paying for the babysitter. Yeah, you taking care of my kids that I made with somebody else. It's like you got those two camps out here. Those are the main two camps. And I'm thinking, okay, the little third camp, the little small percentage, the 10 to 15%, I live in that camp, which is, I'm not looking for a man for a come up. It is assumed that if we are married, we're going to marry together what we have, and we're going to exponentially multiply it. That's assumed. So it's not about a come up. It's about helping each other to truly develop into our best selves. That's what I'm looking to do. But do I need a man's money? Do I need him to pay my bills and do this? I need his masculinity. I need his protection and his provision. And again, not financial. I need his masculine containment. I need that. But this idea of, I want to finesse him, that's like insane to me. But at the same time, I'm not the other woman. I'm not taking care of no man. And I'm not dating no unemployed, non-ambitious, no hard work. I don't have nothing of my own. I don't have no car. I'm not dating him either. I'm not dating him either. I'm not taking care of no man. But that's like 15% of black women now. The rest of them are in one of them two camps. Okay, maybe if I'm being generous, maybe I'll say 20%. Maybe that's 20%. But 80% are either being taken advantage of, they letting men pull the okie doke on them because they just want a man so bad, they just want to be loved so bad. And the other part of that 80% is just out here trying to finesse dudes. Out here trying to come up, trying to finesse dudes, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, y'all. But I'm hearing the same story from men all over the world. That's how I know it ain't a lie. Yeah, she wanted me to buy this and she wanted me to do this. And we went to the mall and she saw this thing that she wanted. Oh, would you buy this for me? I'm sorry, what? On a first date? On a second date? On a third date? And remember, y'all don't owe them nothing, right? So let's go there. I don't owe you nothing. If we go out to a dinner, if we go out to a movie, if we go and play top golf or whatever it is we do, that man's not getting no sex from me. He's not getting no cat from me. That's not happening. But come on now. I'm also not juicing him. Y'all squeezing these men. Y'all juicing these men. What is the point? I can't. What are y'all doing? And honestly, I think it's trauma. I think it's the fact that y'all been done so wrong, so dirty, that now, if we can't get anything good out of a man, we'll get some finances. We'll get some money. We'll get some, whatever he willing to buy, whatever he willing to spend. We'll just get that because we can't get no love. You got a narrative out here right now talking about black men can't love. They not capable of love. You got people that really believe that. That's the truth. So I think women have bought into that. Black men can't love, so I might as well get my bills paid. I might as well get some stuff done around the house or get this or that or him paying for the babysitter. Oh my gosh. Jesus, please come back. Please come back, Jesus. We need you so badly. I just need my Lord to come back and put an end to all this mess. Because it's bad. But ladies, come on now. We got to do better. You got to get clear about what your ultimate goal is for dating. For me, the ultimate goal is to be partnered, is to be married to a healthy, emotionally healthy, masculine man. Right? He don't even have to be black. Like a man. An emotionally healthy, open, honest, transparent and vulnerable and sincere and genuine man. That's it. That's my ultimate goal. Now, me going out on a date is just called me going out on a date. Me talking on the phone is just called me talking on the phone. None of that signifies, oh, he's the one, because I don't know that yet. I don't know that yet. It's going to take time for me to figure that out. But I kid y'all not, I can't make this up. I've had 5 men in the last 7 days tell me stories about dating black women. That's not good. I'm just letting y'all know that's not good. That's not good at all. I don't know what y'all doing. It's just not good. It's just not good. And like I said, it's making all of us look bad. But what I do is I talk to men. I let them know about them 3 categories. That teeny little category that I live in, maybe 20% of women. The other 80% is in them other 2 categories. And I just let men know, like, hey, don't be blinded by a woman's, beauty and her booty. If she is bold enough to ask you for money on the first date or the first meeting, like, nah, that just leave her alone. Leave her where she's staying. It's the same when men talk about women disrespecting them or talking to them crazy. Okay, if it happens before you get in a relationship, leave her where she's staying. Let her know that, no, I don't get down like that. I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like being disrespected. I don't like being verbally abused. I think if more men did that, stop suffering in silence. Stop, you led around by your dang-a-lang, and because you want to get your dang-a-lang wet, well, I'll put up with it until I get what I want. And then before you know it, you locked into something stupid. Can't make this up. So please, ladies, I want us to do better. And if you utilize a method where you start having more of a zero tolerance policy. Now, I'm going to warn you about this. It can be a lonely journey. Like when you start I'm gonna make another video about burn haystack method. This is actually a really interesting method. It's something that I use. I've been doing that for years. And when I saw her videos about it, I was like, that's what I've been doing. Interesting. But it's basically where you are dating to disqualify. Like you're dating people to disqualify them. Okay, so you're not going on dates and saying, he's the one. No, you're actually trying to disqualify him. Okay, so, but yeah, it's going to be a lonely journey when you do that. Like when you actively look for red flags, when you actively look for misalignment, when you actively look for, you all don't have shared values or shared morals, it's going to be a lonely road. Because you're going to find most people are not a match for you. Most men are not a match for me. So it just is what it is. That's why I have to create a life that I absolutely love. So, nope. I cannot just be with anybody. I always tell people that. I can't be with just anybody. That's my saying. I can't. I will make myself miserable and I'd eventually make them miserable. So, no. All right, I got to get going. I got to go into the office. I'm running here to get these. I got to run in here and get these files and get to the office because I have appointments this afternoon and evening until 8 o'clock. But I'm going to try to squeeze in another video because I want to talk about burn haystack method. And there's something else I wanted to talk about. I'm sure it's in my notes. But black women, like I want to see us do a little bit better. It hurts my heart when I see, and one of the things I told the guys too, I'm just going to say this. One of the things I told the guys too is the truth of the matter is they'll say, well, good women are hard to find. But here's the thing. You're not going to find good women on dating apps. You're not going to find good women in the club. You're not going to find good women in bars and these little day parties and such. You're not going to find good women there. Like we're not doing those things. We're doing things, but we're not doing those things. And I think the same is true of good men. Like women are going to these same stereotypical places, or God help you, y'all keep using dating apps. How many times do I have to tell you dating apps is a psychopath's playground? Dating apps is a playground for narcissists. Like, I don't know why we have to keep talking about this. And it's like, y'all have experienced it for yourself. And I hear the horror stories, and yet you stay on dating apps. Well, where else are we going to meet men? By not being lazy, by getting out into the world, by becoming a part of a community. That's how you're going to meet men. But to me, dating apps are for people who are lazy, you know, and they have lazy relationships. They have lazy marriages. And then their marriages don't work out and their relationships don't work out because y'all are lazy. Y'all want everything to be easy. Didn't we already talk about that? Life is anything but easy. It's worthwhile. It's worthwhile, but it's not easy. So anyway. All right, I'm gone. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Like and subscribe to the video. Please help me stay in the algorithm. Okay. You can join me over on Instagram, even though I'm on a social media fast right now. The only place that I am regularly uploading videos is YouTube, but you're welcome to check me out on Instagram. There's lots of content over there. And Facebook, you know, Better Love Movement has a Facebook page. But if you want to keep rocking with me here, I really appreciate you. But please subscribe. Please like the video and share it with anyone you think could benefit. All right. Thank you so much. And as always, stay open to love.